Hello and welcome to this video. I hope you are all well and doing brilliant. If you could like, share and subscribe to the channel, I'd much appreciate it. Liking helps the algorithm, sharing gets in front of people's faces, and subscribing let me know you like the channel. Hit that notification bell to let you know when videos go live. So, as we heard on Sunday from myself, that Danny knows what the situation is, what's causing the same issue, because it seems like we are stuck with a problem at the minute with calf injuries and something that seems to be not great, and it's one of those things you want to kind of nail down and get it all sorted and hope that it'll be okay to be able to play at the weekend. Now, neither Valerie and Armstrong are expected to be out for too long. There's a hope that Hasse will be available for the next trip versus Plymouth or Argyle as well. But again, it's a calf problem. So it makes you wonder what's causing these. What part of training is making it not right? What part of everything else is? There's something in the way we're setting up to do the training, how we're preparing, that is causing it. And Danny said they have calf problems. I know the reason, but I will not speak about the reason. There is something that we know that is causing the calf problems at the moment, but this is football. We have a team on the pitch that fought for everything, that we could see. There are also things that we need to improve on late in games. He spoke highly about protect the club's hierarchy from criticism over the January transfer window and sought to deliver realism stride that the club might take going forward, which is interesting. It's interesting how he said that. I think that's smart by Danny. I think he's understood that what happened in January is something that you need to put a line under and people won't. And I get that, I understand that. He said, I will not speak about the reason. I know it and it's important. Fitness-wise, we have not an issue. We can play at high intensity, we can sprint, we can run, all these things. But of course, a lot of the players had the same issue and there must be a reason why. And for Wednesday, it's about just pinpointing that now, making sure you get the right situation sorted with that so you can nail it, get it out of the way and fix it. But it's one of those things where you have to make sure that you get the right thing that's causing it to stop it from happening. Maybe it's a diet thing. Maybe it's a training thing they're doing for a lot of them to get it. Maybe you speak to the players who have got the injury going, how do you think you've got it? How do you think it's been happened? Now, here's something that's interesting as well. I'm going to speak about this now because we'll put it into this video as well. So, they looking like they're going to make a major rule change that'll happen from next season onwards. So, they had a meeting in Ireland to talk about goalkeepers who keep the ball longer than 8 seconds, right? And they're saying if they keep it longer than 8 seconds, they will give a corner kick. Now, I'm all right, that's fine, okay, that's fair, I get that. He said, the law at present states the goalkeeper has 6 seconds to release the ball before it's an indirect free kick to awarded to the opposition team. I don't think that happens at all, like it should. So it's interesting, one of those things there. But say if this rule happened, what the rule play comes into play, referee will allow 8 seconds for goalkeeper to distribute the ball with a visual 5-second countdown to help. Failure to restart play will lead to a corner kick being awarded. This could change from July the 1st, which will be interesting. So this would affect the 25-26 season. I personally think this will be probably a good idea in one sense to try and speed up the game a little bit. But if you're going to have this, you're going to have the situation where you are going to see a lot more of the short form goal kicks and playing at feet, because I think that's the only way you try and do it if you only got 8 seconds to get it gone and there's going to be a countdown. And it'll be interesting to see how many teams actually then have the issue of like having speed up play. Will it make it a little bit more easier to stop the game, stop and start? Will it flow a little bit easier? And they're saying this, but one of the things I've got is as well, and we do this, the big thing now isn't really releasing the ball, it's a goalkeeper going down and going, I'm injured, I've hurt myself. Now, yes, you've got to allow me, it's a serious injury, but the amount of times that I've seen Beadle go down for us, and I thought, I don't think there's much wrong with you here. I think you're just trying to bide a little bit of time so you can get the ball to out of play so Danny can go have a word. They all do it. Everyone does it. It's not just a Wednesday thing. This is everyone does this, and it's one of those things for me. If that's the bigger thing than the indirect, the corner thing, but would it stop teams doing it as much, and how long would officials keep it up for? That's the big one. How long will officials actually keep it up? Because for me, there've been so many of these rule changes that come in and then they don't get kept upon. And it's like, well, we're going to do it for the first 4 weeks of the season, and then we're going to forget about it and not do it. That's the one for me, because I don't feel like these rule changes ever seem to last longer than the first 4 weeks of the season, then it's looked upon and then gone again. I don't know. I'd like to know what you guys think about the rule change in football with the 8-second rule. Is it something you'd like them to? Well, I'd say like them. It looks like it's going to get implemented. How do you think it's going to go? Do you think it will work? Do you think it's going to be a nothing burger and nothing going to really change? I'd like to know what you think, because I personally think you might see it work for the first couple of bits and then it just die off. But if what they want, they have to keep it consistent and keep the rule in place and use it week in, week out. If they don't do that, then you're just going to have the same thing we've had all the time, where it gets used for the first couple of weeks because it's shiny new and don't get implemented. And also, what are your thoughts on the calf issue with Wednesday? What do you think the issue is? If any of you are ex-footballers or ex-sport people or anyone who's got a background in sports, what's the word? It's sports science, sports physiotherapy. Maybe you know what it could be causing it. I'd like to know your input. But there is that part of me that, like, if they know what it is, that's a good thing. It means they can work towards making sure no one else gets these injuries. But Valerie and Armstrong being missing is a big blow, especially with the trip to Plymouth. And you got to remember, that's a long trip to Plymouth, and then it's a little jaunt over to Norwich, where we're going to be staying overnight over the next 2 nights. I think that's a Tuesday game. And then we'll be going on to the next game and then preparing for the Steel City Derby, which is that Sunday. And then we've got a break. And then we see what happens after that break, how that's done. But we need to start picking points. But 2 very tough games coming up back-to-back, followed by Derby. And with injuries, it's not what you need. So hopefully they find out what's causing the calf problems and they manage to nip it in the bud quickly. Anyway, let me know in the comment section below.